Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a very long time, but I'd like to welcome you back to a bunch of nerds in a basement, also known as Karminian Chaos, the Reliquary Towers Dungeons & Dragons show. It has been a very long time since our initial first 9 sessions. If you need to recap it all on that, unfortunately we won't be able to do that in this video, but if you look at the iCard above me or go into the video description, that will be a link to take you to our dedicated recap video that covers everything that our 5 adventurers got up to in the first half of Karminian Chaos. Without further ado, I think I need to get this ball rolling a little bit, so let's get our players in here. First things first, let's meet the Professor, also known as Bradey in the real world, coming in on my right here. Really? You're just gonna go with silence? You're not gonna say anything? Not no hello? No
Hello!
Nothing? There we go. Okay. Reprising the role of Jorn Cinderheart, our lovely tech producer, as well as just being an amazing person, Martin Pepper.
What are you looking at?
You are not at all in frame.
Good enough.
Producer, everybody.
Moving down our line, our illustrious businessman, bard, lord and king of brand deals, Marshall, reprising the role of Fartug Heyman. I don't know why I'm saying reprising the role so much.
Yes, yes, quite right.
Resident man in a mask, playing Felix, our lovely friend Zaccardi.
Hello, friends!
And of course, everyone's favorite person, Nora. Coming back as the Clizard?
Everyone say hi.
What?
Clizard?
Oh,
Cleric? Wizard? Clizard?
I don't know.
Where?
Right. We know the
Where?
drill. Everyone say hi.
Hi,
Nora.
Am I allowed to swear?
We'll just censor it.
Fucking, I don't know.
Or I won't care.
Or you won't care. Okay.
Fuck you all.
Ah, yes, welcome to Karminia and Chaos.
I mean, yeah. I've never summed this show up better. I mean, I'm not
Yay.
going to go into a full recap, but some important things did happen within the last 24 hours of your group's departure from the neutral territories of the southern continental sector.
Tongue twister.
Yes, very much a tongue twister. The Professor, our resident mildly psychotic warlock.
Mildly?
Mildly!
Not my fault.
It could be worse.
Sure.
Released his Kalashtarian spirit upon another party member, Fartug Heyman. Humbled, as he is named, proceeded to grasp Fartug by the head and consume several of his memories.
Yeah.
The party, now concerned about the Professor, but feeling somewhat powerless to do anything about it yet, have for the most part gone to sleep, except for Ariena, our Clizard, who is currently sitting up on deck reading books.
What the?
Ladies and gentlemen, what would you like to do?
Are they awake?
Nope,
Just
just
on-
you.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a good dream.
Ooh, right, yeah. Is Tobias awake?
Yeah, he's sailing the ship.
Is he? Or is
Yeah.
the ship sailing itself? Wait,
Both. He is at the wheel. He is not touching it, but the sails and the ropes and rigging, everything is moving on its own. But you can see there's a lot of concentration kind of in his face, looking out over the sea, just trying to make sure that everything stays together. He's not physically doing anything, and he's very much doing the work of probably what would normally be 30 people in order to actually sail this vessel. But he is not moving. There is something else about him that is controlling everything around this.
Okay. I'm just sitting on the deck.
That's at least what you told me last time, I believe. Forgive me if I'm a little bit off. It's been 10 months.
I don't remember. It's been 10 months.
Yeah.
Would it be possible if we were to stop in Talagone quickly? Do you think?
I mean, it's on the way, so I could, and we're probably gonna have to do a little bit of resupplying before we actually get to Ovberian. So
Yeah.
yes, Is this something that everybody knows about, though?
No,
I mean-
not at all. They know I wanted to go there before, but pretty sure they don't remember.
Do you
Plan on telling them?
plan on telling them? Yeah.
Well, you said you need to do it with some resupplying, so if you could tell them, I wouldn't mind.
Okay. We can make a stop.
Thank you.
I mean, I got a crap load of paprika out of all of you, so I mean, why wouldn't I? Favors all around. Everybody else heading off to sleep after a display of magical power from another party member against another. Is there anybody else doing anything before they go to sleep?
Yes.
Mr. Heyman.
I would like to prepare my slumber, and I would like to think about my past experiences and think about when I was 7 years. Oh.
Okay, alright.
Oh.
Bill.
No, I'm just going to bed.
Not my
Oh, I'm sorry,
fault.
Mr. Fartug. You no longer have any memories from being 7 years old.
No.
Jorn
Thanks for
is going to there's like bunks or something.
Yeah, so it's
No,
it is a small. The Sea Person is definitely a smaller ship, so there isn't like vast cabins or anything for everybody. But underneath there is like a low deck that's like generally just a living area. There's a somewhat kitchen style thing closer to the back of the ship, and then there's hammocks going all the way down with a couple like there are like cloth dividers to like give some semblance of privacy. But like if anybody snores, you can hear it. If anybody's muttering to themselves, you can probably hear it too.
If anyone's doing Eldritch Invocations,
I-
If anybody is summoning Cthulhu in the dead of night, you can probably.
Oh, wait, hold on. You gotta do it like this.
Oh no.
There we go.
I looked into his book the other
Yes.
episode.
Yes.
Well, remind me what exactly I saw.
So
It was
as you open the book and you kind of forced your mind into it and beyond with the help of a paragon, you kind of felt yourself floating in not necessarily space. It's you feel the presence of water around you almost, but there is nothing there. There is just cosmos and infinite voidless galaxy. And then just kind of coming out from beneath you see large, massive tendrils, and this large, unblinking yellow eye just suddenly open and stare like you are caught in a headlight. And you feel... You're a fairly confident person. You're capable. I don't know if Felix is capable of feeling small or, like, inferior in any way. If he was capable, or the closest feeling he would have to it, this is the time he would feel it. It is just such a vision of immense power, and even just physical size. Like it feels beyond everything.
It would have felt like how I saw the Paragon when I first met him before he went into my head and became more normal size. Ish.
Similar,
But bigger.
Like this is
I wouldn't
incomprehensible power to a mortal. This is something beyond the known universe.
and remind me,
Staring in.
did I give him his book back or do I still hold on to that?
You can resummon your book at will, right?
Yeah, but it takes an hour.
Yes. Are you doing that before you go to bed?
I still have it.
That's what I was saying.
I
If he
can
doesn't,
resummon it, and the other version just.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
so that's
But
what I'm
it
saying.
takes an hour, so I could look through your
I
book
can do that
within that
before I go
hour.
to bed.
I'm gonna say though, because like your experience with your Paragon and that is gonna be like very heavily taxing. If he does it right away, you're probably not gonna have time to get another look. Because like you're gonna need some like the psychological toll of pretty much staring into something beyond human comprehension.
Okay, what's my wisdom going down to this time?
Nothing for now. Yes. Sorry, Ariena.
If he resummons the book, is it gonna explode in a purple mess again?
Does it explode in a purple mess?
Because that's what
Roll
happens.
percentile.
That's what happens when you scam the
If
book.
I wanted to, I guess.
Do you want it to?
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Purple
so-
goop everywhere.
As you before you all go to bed, There's a curtain for the professor's bunk that kind of like has it cordoned off, and there's a light in there, and you're doing your ritual inside. From the outside looking in, all of a sudden, the white sheets that have like made the divider, you suddenly just hear, and they're just purple.
Oh,
Purple.
It's his bunk.
It's your book.
It was-
No, it's your bunk. Unless you did it in his bunk. Or does it explode purple goo where it comes from, or
Yeah,
where
the
it goes?
book explodes.
Oh, sorry. Your bunk is now covered in purple goo.
What in the
oh.
hell?
This is the ritual I have to perform to resummon the book.
Summoning the book.
Where is
Summoning
that?
the book.
Where is he?
For an
Summoning
hour,
the book.
How are you doing that?
Yep.
Jorn, on the other hand, is in his bunk, just ignoring everything that's going out. He seems to be doing his own routine,
Yeah.
like where he removes his coat, hangs it up nicely, seems to take a moment to clean his shotgun
Yeah.
and wipe down his mull. He reaches into his bag and pulls out what appears to be a broken blade, a long sword that has long since been shattered, streaks it for a moment and puts it back in his bag, and then he's going to sit cross-legged on his bunk and he's going to go into a trance.
Okay.
Hell.
You were not sleeping, you were just reading.
Yeah.
So you get a point of exhaustion for the next day, but it's
Yep.
going to be a couple days. So
I'm gonna take half the time I have reading to read a special book.
Oh, okay. If we're doing average long rest for like 8 hours, it means you can put 4 hours down for reading your special book. Which special book? Do you only have the
I only
one?
have one.
You only have the one special book? I'm sorry, I've prepared too many books for you.
Oh no, I'm gonna be poor by the end of this, aren't I?
You gotta find them first. I mean, just too many special books in general. We got pack tomes, we've got books of prophecy, we've got weird unification of arcane and divine magic books. It's a lot.
And you wrote
Everybody-
descriptions for them.
Yes. Everybody's. Oh, sorry.
Yes. Before I go to bed,
Yes.
Is the professor like? Can I see him from my bunk, or at least where?
You can see where where you last saw him go to bed into his hammock, but it's like cordoned off by like almost like a shower curtain of
Yeah.
like bed sheets. So like you know where he is.
And you can see a
Much like
very
this.
gooey Felix in the just a little bit ways away.
Yeah.
Well, Fartug's just gonna like sit on his bed, just kind of look at his hands, and then kind of look over to where the professor is. Just kind of think. Just think
Okay.
about some things.
Yeah, just think.
So yeah.
As you sit there and think, you can very much feel not the physical sensation, but like the astral sensation of a otherworldly entity's fingers being like
Oh.
pushed into your head,
Oh.
and you just kind of have that little moment of reliving.
That's shaken off.
Okay,
that
that confident
Oh,
of a
God.
goblin, or that
Yeah.
stupid of a goblin.
Fartug will go to bed and like put his pillow on his head.
Okay, got it.
Not
Some semblance of comfort. Yeah.
sure. Comfort, yes.
Comfort.
Yes.
Just a quick thing. Before I go to sleep, I will use one of my Eldritch invocations,
He has
Eldritch
useful ones.
Sight,
Yeah.
to cast Detect Magic
Okay.
in that general
He
area.
actually has useful Eldritch invocations.
Yes,
I mean,
Eldritch Sight.
Don't
like,
you just have very good Eldritch Blast? That's a good invocation.
Whole push.
Eldritch
Magic.
Sight and Eyes of the Runekeeper.
Got it.
Okay, because you're I think the different packs. So you...
I'm just glad I'm not being used as a
So do I notice anything specifically in that area, or
I mean,
anywhere else?
you notice that he is, of course, innately a little bit magical because
Obviously.
he is
No,
a
I'm looking for
spellcaster.
something else.
Then you would get the slight feeling of his book being on it.
Hmm.
Okay,
Keep that in context.
if that is everybody's nightly routines done, then we proceed to the following morning. You're woken by a ambiguous kind of calling bell that you hear from somewhere on the ship that presumably someone is or is not ringing. When you wake up, there is like little floating plates that kind of have been set down on top of your chests as you're sleeping in a hammock. So you wake up and you're instantly like, oh, there is food. Food generally relatively taken care of on a magical ship. It's a magical ship. You paid a lot of money to be on this ship. You're going to be taken care of at least decently well. And just like that, it's day.
Whoa!
Praise the sun.
Ah,
Wow, where did all my dice
Magic.
Yes. Magic of editing. You've all had a morning
Oh, you
meal.
brought the
For
dice.
those who chose to have it, Ariena is probably still sitting on deck, I'd assume.
I would have eaten something. Though.
Okay, it would have kind of floated up to you and like slowly, and then just kind of hit you in the back of the head to like knock you out of your reading. It's gonna be a couple days trip to Talagone by sea. Is there anything that anybody would like to accomplish while they are on the sea?
Oop, that's fine.
Stare at the professor.
Okay, Operation Stare at the Professor. You want to stare at the Professor too?
I stare back.
I'm going
That's
to
the
be
last one.
watching this man
Got it.
making. Well,
I'll do stuff around the deck, but I will mainly be I will be keeping an eye on him
Got it.
because I want to see if anything strange happens. Because again, what they saw and what I saw are two completely different things
Yeah.
apparently. So something's up, and I want to figure it out.
I'm gonna keep reading, but I'm gonna keep an eye on Cthulhu over there.
What the
So it'll probably be like half a reading time then. Just be like your attention is diverted.
Can I use enhance ability to make that normal reading?
You know what? Yes. If you're gonna blow spell slots on these days, then sure.
Woo.
It just
This
means
is
that you're gonna
combat.
be one spell slot down in case there's an encounter.
Only
I
one.
was gonna say-
Only one.
Yeah.
I win.
I'll let you just spend one.
I was gonna spend all of them.
Are you reading special books or normal books?
Both. Half and
Okay.
half.
So let's see. 8 hours long rest. 24 minus 8 is 16, which means you can add probably 3 days travel to Talagone. You can go ahead and preemptively add another 24 hours to your reading time.
Profit.
How many hours are you at actually?
40 of 72.
40 of 72?
Yeah.
Got it. Right. I told you when the next magic thing might
Yeah.
happen. Right. Now I need to be prepared for that. Fartug,
Yes.
what are you doing during the day?
So when I get up, when Fartug gets up, Fartug's gonna like slowly get out of bed, but he'll get out like a little bit after they are getting out. And when he sees them moving away from like the bunk area, he's gonna like sit there and like he's gonna think, but then he's gonna see his 10-foot pole. Like he's not really wanting to really get out of bed at all.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's gonna see his pole, and with that determination, he's gonna get out of bed and join me.
Fartug, of course, inventor of the 10-foot pole in Karminia. Inventor. Pioneer.
Yes.
Genius among men.
Ship's master, not 10-foot hole.
Exactly.
Genius among men or goblin?
All.
Sure.
Excuse me, do you doubt this man?
I doubt his 7 intelligence.
I don't doubt Marshall.
Why would you doubt me?
I don't.
Fartug.
I don't
Oh
doubt
my
Marshall.
God.
Fartug, on the other hand, I've had a personal experience with his tactics, and I understand how his business crumbled so easily.
Well, to be fair,
Wow.
that could
Yeah,
just
get
be
friends
what he's
with
used
everyone.
to. He's just used to raising the price so much.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
used to raising the price on deals. He's not used to lowering it on deals. He should be lowering the bloody price on.
As you guys are all kind of up on deck for the day, at one point Tobias is going to come over and just be like, "All right, guys, there is a small hiccup. We're going to have to do a little bit of resupplying before I start taking you over to Alberian. So we are going to make a little pit stop in Talagone, just so we can make sure we're all prepared. I just want to cover something with all of you before we actually get to Alberian. First things first, if you don't look like a human, you should probably be covering your fucking face. Human, elf, or gnome. Except for you, even though you're an elf. You know why.
I'm aware.
Just get earmuffs and you.
Political tension, not exactly the nicest thing of late. If any of you have any religious iconography of you, you're also going to want to hide that as well.
As he
Have I been to
as he
Talagone?
says that,
No, this is before we get to Alberian,
No.
not Talagone.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Carter. Has my character been to Talagone before for any jobs or anything?
Probably, yeah. You've probably been a little bit of
So I'm a
everywhere.
little aware, and I already know
Yeah.
how to.
Well, no, Talagone itself is very religious. When you go to Alberian, that's where the problem is. A lot of people in Talagone went there specifically because in the southern continental sector, which is Vassenrai, Alberian, and and the neutral territories between them. Most people move to the neutral territories because in Bassenrai and of Birion, you are not allowed to worship a named deity, because this area was like very recently, like throughout a lot of history, has ridiculously been upset by crusading forces from various
I have
different
nothing to worry
religions.
about. I don't worship the named deity.
Yeah, you're fine for the most part. Just hide any iconography you might have on you.
My mask is gonna stay on because my eyes glow whenever he's around. Therefore,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
staying
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Also, you look like a tiefling, so they're not really gonna like you there either. Avirian.
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Avirian. If you're not a wood elf, high elf, gnome, halfling, or human, they probably don't want you around.
Don't worry, I'm here for work. I won't bug any of
They're not
you.
heightist.
Very elitist.
He said heightist.
They don't like tall people, but they're fine with short people.
No, they're
No, they
half of them
don't.
are elves,
Yeah.
which are like notoriously the tall people.
Half elf.
What if they're short elves?
Yes.
Half elf.
Those are just humans.
Like humans, basically.
How is a tall elf supposed to sit on a shelf?
How is
Cut,
it short?
cut.
No.
Either way, that's the situation. Any of you who have been around long enough probably know that this is not going to be fun for a lot of you. Happily, we'll have one stop before that.
Take
So,
a better.
anybody doing anything on the boat?
Jorn's going to take his coat, which is worn out military uniform.
Yep.
And is just
From
gonna...
Bassenrai, a rival hostile nation to Avirion?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
So he's going to just turn that inside out
Okay.
and put it back on. Like
Yeah.
now it just looks like an inside out blue coat.
Okay. A little bit better.
Not
um,
suspicious at all.
So if I'm
he's also
assuming-
just going to like kind of like lay. He's going to kind of look down. Like how tall is he? Oh yeah, 6'8", bloody tall.
Why are you
what
all so fucking tall?
Are you
Because men
Some
are
of you
very
know,
insecure people.
Ravnica, I don't know.
He's gonna do what Jorn does. Is he's going to make sure his shotgun's very noticeable, and he's gonna lay his hat low.
Are you sure you want to make the shotgun noticeable?
He's
Probably.
gonna make it noticeable.
Okay.
When the DM says, "Are you sure?" Ah, no, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Ignore it.
Block.
Anybody else doing any preparation right now?
Actually, I might. I'm not doing not so much a
Yes,
preparation.
more Macarena. Got it.
I don't have anything to.
It's not so much
Okay.
preparation, but I might do a divine
Give him back
sense.
the book.
Until the end of turn, you know the location of any
Anything else,
celestial,
you know?
fiend, or undead.
Maybe they'll like.
There are
worship.
no
Maybe they all use the 10
specific feelings of those types of creatures in this
Like a
area.
god.
Okay, I can use it 5 more times before I
Is it
long
a
rest.
deity to have a 10-foot pole?
Your
God
10-foot
of
pole is
pole.
not a god.
God of fall.
I mean, like, I don't know. Would they be upset with that? It's business,
You-
right? Maybe they know. Maybe they've heard of me. I don't know.
Okay.
Are they stupid?
No,
Too
don't
stupid.
The people of this town, because they sound racist, which
No,
makes me
not-
Talagone is fine. Avirion is really hella racist.
Avirion is the continent? No,
The
no,
country.
it's the country.
so they must be stupid.
It is an entire like island
Yeah.
country though. Like,
Yeah.
do I need to pull up the map?
Please no.
No,
Do I need to
there-
pull up the
Please
map?
no.
I can put it right there.
Have mercy on my soul.
Go ahead.
We've already been
PTSD.
through this.
An hour and a half.
All right, yeah, let's make
Yeah.
this pit stop.
I mean, he wasn't there
Okay.
for that. Let's make him suffer.
Oh.
Make him
So
suffer.
you all sail through. Generally sticking to routine, I imagine, for the most of you. At least the more regimented, at the very least. You eventually make your way over to the port of Talagone. As you kind of sail through the murky, thick water, you eventually see a large stone port sitting where there are only a handful of ships docked there. Yours, the Sea Person, is not a particularly large ship. Like, it's on the smaller end of like intercontinental kind of craft. Everything there is kind of meant to be local waters only. Like there's a couple fishing boats. There's the handful of ship that looks like it's probably meant to go long distances. That looks like it has a little more expensive sails. That probably belongs to a merchant or so. And you eventually all make your way up to the dock, and Tobias kind of brings the ship in, ties everything up. He goes down to meet the dock master. You see, he kind of pays a fee to let you guys stay there for a little bit. He kind of looks around and goes, "All right, okay, we only have about a day." Because frankly, I don't want to give him any more money. So, if anybody has anything to do, get it done. We'll need to meet back here probably around let's say around 10ish tonight.
We'll make
So
sure
what
we're
time
back
is it?
sooner.
Still dusk.
By the time you port, it's probably like 10 to noon on your third day of travel.
Okay.
Sorry, your fourth day of travel because you got 3 days of reading.
I'm going to a magic shop.
Me too.
Just follow him and study him.
Are you guys gonna walk into the town and look for a
Doing
magic
that?
shop?
I'm gonna try and find a magic shop. And if I can't
I
find
think
a
it might be
magic shop, I'll
advisable.
find-
Can Jorn do an insight check to see what he knows about this
And
place?
he wears a
This
gas
place?
mask,
Yeah, sure.
so half
Make an
my-
insight check.
Shit, useless.
Don't ask the person who lives here.
Yeah, I know.
Does your mask serve as a gas mask?
No.
Which one's
Okay.
right?
It's
It smells nice.
I'm
3. I haven't been here before.
You know you've not been here before.
so my mask isn't a gas mask. It would be filled with like floral scents, so
Yeah,
I don't
yeah, but
smell the rotting
doesn't, like-
corpses of.
So it doesn't need to smell your
undead.
purple ooze.
Yeah, but it doesn't like block like.
What do you mean?
No,
No.
it's
Alright.
mechanically it does
I
not
don't-
serve any purpose. It is
I don't know.
aesthetic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with you
So-
then to the magic shop.
Um,
If you're okay with that.
if I don't find a magic shop, I am going to find a fabric shop or a clothing shop.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys walk
I don't know. Cole.
into
That's
Talagone,
worthless.
and
I'm broke.
are you guys instantly all splitting up?
I'm going
Yeah.
to do my thing.
I know you're
Oh,
going
yeah.
to do your thing.
Let's
Are
split
you
up,
splitting
Gary.
up?
Yeah, I'm swinging.
got it.
Yeah.
You
Jorn's
coming
gonna
with
wait
us?
for everyone else to leave first.
Oh.
Okay. Is it because you're doing something on the ship by yourself, or?
Potentially.
He's committing
Okay.
crimes.
I'll wait to come back to you. I'll cover the other people first. You two go out to find a magic shop. You
I'm going
eventually-
without him, so he's just following me.
I'm following.
Okay,
you.
fine. You're going to find a magic shop. You're following him.
Big
Semantics.
difference.
Yes.
Yes, it means there's 30 feet apart in case there's a combat encounter instead of 5.
Training order.
I don't trust him.
You know, no one does.
It's not my fault.
Not your
Not your fault! Excuse me!
He only tried to summon his spirit once.
You
It was only
guys-
one time.
You guys walk into Talagone and you begin start looking through all the buildings, looking for in any stores. In the actual town itself, you weirdly enough see no shops. Like none. Period. Most of them, you see a lot of churches though. So like there are ones with symbols on front of like massive blue rings of fire. You see other ones that have circular shields with bronze towers on them. Other ones have iconography of just like lips surrounded with stars. Others with a large gray gates in front of red mountains and just banners and religious iconography on a lot of different buildings of the different gods of Karminia. Of the more recent gods, of the current gods of days. Eventually, after you realize that there aren't really any shops anywhere, you end up circling back to the port. And that's when you notice there's like a small marketplace, actually not too far from where the ship docked, where you just see a lot of different vendors that have clearly brought stuff like just off of merchant ships and have been setting up there.
God damn it.
Full circle. You can go up and browse wares if you'd like.
I will.
I will too.
Okay. You guys walk up and you start looking
Alright.
through all of the stalls. Most of them are kind of just general goods. You can both make an investigation check if you're looking for like just special items.
No.
I
She's there to bug him. He's not investigating.
I will be looking for any magical items.
Okay, yeah, make an
I'm
investigation.
doing
Make
the
an.
wait, no, I'm doing that as well.
Okay.
I'm not there to bug him. I'm not there
Either
to
of
bug
you
him.
can make an investigation or an arcana check to try and find magic items in particular.
Whichever one's better. Oh, they're both +4.
Oh,
That's a 3.
14.
That's a 3.
I was close.
7.
7,
14.
14,
Wait. 8, sorry. I can count.
8. Okay.
I can count.
You don't really have any luck finding any magic items at
That's
least.
so weird.
What you're seeing is a lot of like everyday goods. So like there are fabrics like you were mentioning earlier. There's also like a lot of food stalls. What you're generally looking at is a marketplace set up for stuff that can't readily be made available in Talagone, that like kind of needs to be important, but they're kind of also necessities to life. So like tools, like fundamental things. There's nothing like for ridiculous adventuring. Like there are a couple stalls that like sell the offhanded weapons of like maces or daggers, but nothing like ridiculously.
Nothing magic.
Okay.
You
Oh.
do spy a stall that does have a couple of vials that might be magical, depending on what there may be.
No tools, no nothing else.
No items, no match, just vials.
Who wants to follow who now? I go there.
I go to.
You walk up. Yeah, there's a little stone stall there, and there you see a tall Goliath woman who, like, probably 8 feet tall.
Oh my
Um,
god!
She's a Goliath, and also we're gonna arms race this.
You get to feel short now. Take that.
Well, while you're describing that, I'm just gonna let you know I'm going to I'm gonna try and find a clothing vendor.
Yeah, absolutely. Easy enough to find one.
Beautiful.
You walk up to her and she's kind of sitting there. She's very muscular, has like a massive, like thick, like not apron, but like a heavy like smock on to like keep chemicals off of her body. And then you see she has massive amounts of like tattoos that go like around her forehead. She's entirely bald. She just kind of looks down at you as you walk up and is kind of waiting for you to speak.
How tall? What's your
Five.
charisma? 16. Okay.
I would like to purchase some of your bottles.
Some of the bottles.
If
And
they're-
you,
what
some of the
are
bottles,
they?
you see she points to like a pile of like empty like supplies of like glass and.
What are those?
Oh, what are these? These are essence of the mountain mists. Brewed myself.
What? What is that?
You know, you don't come off very well as a professor.
I don't live
You
here.
can make an intelligence check to see if you've ever heard of
Oh,
anything
God.
similar to this.
Oh.
13.
13. Whatever she's selling, you haven't heard that name before.
I'll buy it.
Okay, let me just check something quickly.
History.
Wait, you have plus.
Again, that wasn't
Sure,
me.
they're 450 gold pieces each.
Bye. I am broke.
Oh shit.
You guys just got paid for a job,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jorn pretty much Felix and Jorn pretty much single-handedly paid for transport. So a couple of you have money.
I have 27 gold.
Yeah, you don't.
What did
okay.
they do?
In all honesty, I have no money.
What do they do?
What
I
did
have-
they
Two
do?
of them have
They
a
make
gold.
I have
Extremely
5 gems worth
difficult to
1
harm.
gold piece
Imbued with
each.
not the strength, but the
Oh.
vitality
So I
of
have
the mountain folk, of the
If we're talking about
resistances
currency,
of the
I have,
creatures
like
that live
5
there.
gold pieces worth of gems.
Super Goblin.
I have 197.
Super Goblin.
Shut it.
I did not say super
Word
goblin.
for
I know
word.
who I'm
That's all I
robbing.
can imagine is giving it
I know
to
who I'm robbing.
Goblin Man over here.
Giga goblins.
Excuse me.
I can't afford one of those right now, so goodbye.
Okay. She just kind of looks like not gonna try and take the price. Like, she is kind of flabbergasted because most people, I guess, would try to at least like wear her down on.
I don't
price
think I
and
can
just
wear
kinda
it down
walk
to the
away.
amount of gold I have.
How much do you have?
385, that's it.
Only.
That's a
380.
lot. Only 385.
One of them is
How much do you
450
have?
gold. Like,
I have
there is a universe where you
197.
could,
I'm
but you walk away. Yeah. Felix, you're going around to a clothing shop vendor.
I don't like the
Yeah, and I just realized I might not be able to get anything here.
Yeah,
not anything.
how much not gold
No,
do
that's
you
right.
have?
430.
I have 5
Because you were
gems,
paid
each
a
worth
bunch.
1 gold
You
piece.
haven't spent anything.
What?
Jeez, you're broke.
So you have 5 gold pieces worth of gems? Okay. If
Yeah.
you're just looking for regular clothes and those types of things, you might be able to find something within your price range. Like a lot of
who's
these
going to accept gems?
I
a,
swear
a
to lie.
lot of these people, a lot of the vendors you're
Mine
seeing
are
here are
losing
very
money.
clearly like traveling merchants that will like set up shop in different towns just with their wares. Their goods are designed to be affordable to the average person.
I am looking for a light cloak.
Just a light cloak? Yeah, absolutely.
Like something that's not heavy, that I can put underneath my robes at the moment, and I can like bring the hood up over my horns.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you walk up, you see one vendor of a woman who's selling different types of robes and cloaks. She is a young halfling woman with bright green eyes and kind of lighter skin tones. And you walk up to her, and she's just like, "Hi, hun. What can I help you with?"
I'm looking for a cloak. Something to hide this.
Well, if you're looking to hide, like we could probably cover, but they kind of go up a little high. I don't know how much like it's really gonna help, honestly. Like, you can
I
still
need-
tell there's something there.
I need something to
Just
hide.
something? Okay, yeah, we have a couple different things. So you see she grabs a couple different cloaks. Some of them you see, like, we can always try and, like, re-stitch some of the seams on this one. And she sees there's one that's, like, very large that's clearly meant for, like, a half giant or somebody who's just significantly larger in stature. So the hood is much larger, so it hangs
Someone
down
like
more and can go
7'1".
higher. Oh, right, you're also extremely tall.
I am 7'1".
Why is everybody
Jeez,
tall?
I'm not
No,
tall.
you're not.
Yeah,
I'm like
what the hell?
5'4".
So you're 7'1". She's like a solid 3'6". So like there's a 4-foot difference in your path of sight.
Hello, I would like to buy some.
Hello, human!
Fuck.
Hello, halfling.
Whoa.
As I just like stare.
So-
Plague Doctor mask on, stare.
Clearly, sorry, a robe, somebody that like might fit your stature, but was also like somebody much thicker. So like the neck there's a lot more hood because the neck would be much thicker, so it kind of hangs down more. You might be able to get it up there. It'll work. She's just like, I can give it to you for maybe 5 silver.
All I have, I reach into my cloak and I grab one of the gems worth a gold piece. Is this?
I mean, it's unorthodox payment, so I could take it. It just means I'm probably not going to be able to give you change, because it's going to take me a little bit to find somebody to buy it anyway.
That is all right.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Thank you very much, hun. And she hands it over to you, and she takes the gem from you.
Cool.
What should I put it under? Just like cloak?
Just put a
Goliath cloak.
large cloak. Add large cloak to inventory.
Yes, as well as my fiend desk sample and biosurvey supplies.
Perfect. These are the normal things a normal man would say. Who wants to go next?
I think
Okay,
By the
Jorn.
sounds of it, you're gonna make me take a
Jorn,
while.
though.
I'm not gonna make you. It just possibly could. It might be more interesting than you think.
Rolling back, I suppose they just left. Jorn kind of waits a minute for them all to walk off.
Yeah. So they all walk off and they disperse out. This is in the intermediate time before they loop back around to the docks. You're standing there next to the ship. Tobias has gone back up onto the vessel in order to like oversee his ship.
Jorn's going to reboard.
Yeah.
And he's going to quietly make his way back down to the bunks.
Yeah. So you go back onto the ship. Tobias is like no protest. And
So
and
Makes
you
his
go
way
back
down to the
onto
bunk,
bunks.
and he's going to head over to the props.
The props bunk. Yeah, you go over to the professor's bunk.
And
It is a sleeping area, probably like 10 foot by 10 foot, cordoned off by sheets. There's like a little chest in case he wants to store anything there. There's a hammock.
can you investigate area? Try to see if he left anything notable or small behind, like maybe because
Make an
he
investigation check.
I can have the assumption that he resummoned his book and that there might be something involved. So investigation.
But did I leave anything behind?
Yeah, good.
Nat 1.
Oh.
You left stuff behind. It's mine
You
now.
you get very curious. There's something in the corner of the room. What is it? You pick it up. You take a look. That is in fact a full chamber pot. You put it back down. You walk away.
It's purple.
You didn't.
Net, you're right behind
You
you.
don't
all
like
to
you
goo.
don't like touch what's in the chamber pot or anything. You just kind of like pick up the bowl, put it back down. It's
What
like
is this?
there could have been something behind it.
Stew.
Disgusting
that's-
nonetheless.
When Jorn's going to walk up to Felix's bunk,
Yeah.
having heard a commotion there, he's going to take a peek inside.
I mean, you can tell even from the outside that like the sheets have been stained purple.
And
Like
I'm just gonna say, after that happened, I was probably gonna be like trying to scrub every single piece of
like
whatever that is
Yeah.
off.
so there's no like thick goop left anywhere, but everything is kind of stained slightly purple to various degrees. Like there's no residue, but the pigment is still there. Like if you've ever if you like literally just like a shirt stain or something.
Right.
Like if you've ever got something
Right.
red on a white shirt and then you try to wipe it off and it's just kind of stuck there like with some kind of bleached color.
I get your meaning. Jorn's gonna perhaps try to just investigate the area and see if he can find, because you can clearly see it's
Something happened, yeah.
maybe see something splattered. If there's any like mist or larger residue, like perhaps maybe in its area that is like tucked in, or
Here's what we're gonna do. You make an investigation check. You made a sleight of hand check for cleaning.
He has prestidigitation. Why wouldn't he use it?
Magical goop, resistant to prestidigitation.
Yes,
I remember
I would've-
before.
I would have
I
tried
like
it.
you. Oh, no, this is plot reasons now.
This is plot.
Sleight of hand, yes, yes.
Yes,
Sleight of
sleight
hand.
of hand.
one.
I was very
Don't roll a
frustrated.
nat one.
I like this
I
kind
rolled
of
an
table.
18.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm changing my dice.
Prestidigitation has removed all of the slurry for the most part. I just wanted them to roll off. Okay, like I just wanted some enjoyment in my life, Nora.
Can I have my dice back?
It was
Behind like the little chest, you do kind of pull it out, and there is like a bit of goop still stained in one spot where like the radius of prestidigitation didn't quite overlap. So you do see this like thick, like when you move the chest, like it sticks. Like if you've ever seen like a cartoon spider web that's like cut to something and they open the door and it like pulls, it's got like that elasticity when it's sat for a while.
Jordan's going to just quickly dart out for a moment and see if he can find maybe like a glass bottle. He figures
Oh, yeah,
it's probably
absolutely.
like a beer bottle or
Yeah,
something.
if you run down to the kitchen area, like even if there aren't any like loose vials that have a cork stopper, there are a bunch of like oils and stuff like that for cooking that you can just grab one and then like empty it out and then go fill it.
Yeah, he'll just grab one like the empty one,
Yeah.
like the corks, and he's going to quick grab it and he's going to try to quickly take a sample of the goop.
Oh yeah, it's easy enough just to do. You kind of scoop it up, you put it in, put a vial of Professor Goop in your inventory.
Ooh,
Vial of
nice.
Professor Goop.
Add it to your health. One professor point.
You also see Felix's notebook.
I do?
Yeah.
Marshall's still trying to read imprints.
Want to do anything with that information, Jorn?
I'm just gonna roll on that. If Jordan's a really self-controlled person, but then again, you
At
know,
the same time, you're with strange people in strange times.
yeah,
We're not
and I don't know a
strange.
lot about.
You're not
I don't
strange.
know a lot about Felix. He opens the book.
What languages do you know?
Languages common and Elvish.
You can't read anything in the book.
You see a splattering array of different languages that you cannot comprehend. Like
Like each page is written in a
It
different
is-
language.
it is almost a culture shock to see like that many different words of that many different types of languages written next to each other. Like it's literally just like, okay. You also do know Vassenrai.
Well-
That's specialty because the Dark Elves of Vassenrai created their own
Yeah,
sub-dialect
that's
of
what I
Elvish.
thought.
It's kind of like a weird fusion of like Elvish, Goblin, and Orcish almost, because of a lot of the native denizens to the desert were
Would he know it?
Yeah, you know Vassenrai.
Yeah, basically the first page you'll see is this.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Ah,
Cool.
I could have
Jorn,
sworn I got you
you
guys
guys
to
can-
do that
you
at the
guys can't
beginning of
do
the
that.
campaign.
The beginning of the
Yeah.
What?
You're also supposed to have a proficiency with small firearms,
Jordan is going
You know,
to
guns. I don't know, weapons.
like
What are
like
those?
handguns.
Yeah, what are those?
You can add like a musket to the end of your pole.
Jordan is going to
I don't know any
try
languages.
to basically, with the time he's got, is going to actually see if he can quickly find maybe a small notebook, an empty notebook on the boat.
Yeah, easily enough. You
Like-
kind of go through the chests of all the rooms that aren't being used, and you find like some leftover like bound bits of paper, and then you're just like, okay, this will work.
He's going to then go back to Felix's notebook, and he's going to try his best to try copying the pages into the notebook.
Okay.
To the best of his ability, though he doesn't
Yeah.
understand it, he's basically going to try to copy all the symbols.
So
That-
Give me a raw intelligence check.
that
like
would be the first page.
You-
So this would be the first page, and then
after you're done at the market, do you go back to the boat?
Rolling
I
the
would be going back
thing.
to the boat
Okay.
after the
Roll
market.
the
But I
thing.
walked
Got it.
around
Thing.
town.
Roll the thing.
Remember?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So you
It's better. It's
it only
better.
would have taken you about like it's not a very large town, so like it probably only would have taken you like an hour or so to do like the full circumference of like most of everywhere, and then plus maybe an extra 30 minutes max for your time in the market.
I
So
rolled
like
a 5, but perhaps could I try a different approach that I'm not actually trying to understand it?
I
I'm
know
just
this
trying to-
this is you're dealing with something you don't understand. How well can you do it?
Mm.
And now that he's coming back to the boat, how many can you get done
Yeah.
before he gets back? So who's the first page of your notes on?
No, none of this party.
Oh.
Okay.
Because this would be what
Yes.
I got the notebook I wrote on my
I
past.
need to make a note of this then. So just write down in your inventory then transfer Felix's first notebook. Or first page. of
I'm
notebook.
writing down what page number each one of them is.
Yeah.
So that
Hey.
if the
Sorry, my pen is missing. Oh, it's right there.
I have a pen here if you want it.
No, I got it.
I also have a dry erase Sharpie.
Because Jorn's pretty much in this circumstances not trying to understand it. He's just trying to
Yeah.
hey, here's these symbols. I'm going to copy them in this order.
And you're gonna try and get someone else to.
What language was that one written in?
That one
Celestial?
should have been Celestial. Hold up, I'm a little.
Do you know Celestial?
Page one
I know copy
is
on
Celestial.
Oh.
Imagine.
Okay. So Jorn, you now have that with you. When about like a minute after you finish writing it down, you hear more footsteps get back to the boat.
He's going to just quickly dart out. He's going to put the book where he found it.
Okay.
And he's going to just start to his bark and go into his trance state as if he were just kind of
He's meditating.
meditating.
He has time off right now. He's doing what he does best. He's relaxing and preparing for his mission.
Lucky.
Out of curiosity,
At least I'd assume.
did I recognize the professors following me?
Yeah, like you weren't being subtle about it, right? Like you were just following
Hi, friend.
Just behind them.
Okay,
every 5 minutes. Hey, I know that guy.
when I get back to my bunk, I will be grabbing my notebook and writing it in.
Okay.
I
Make an
just didn't
insight
have
check when you
any
get back to
other
your bunk then.
I'm gonna roll my other die this time.
word.
Insight?
Yeah.
15.
13 doesn't mean you're stupid.
1 5. 15.
7 means you're stupid.
Jorn, make a sleight of hand.
Well, I know that.
That would be a 10.
We are incompetent today.
Your book's off. Like somebody touched it.
Uh-oh.
I know he was there with me. Jorn stayed on the boat.
You
Did
still
it-
on.
Jorn, you don't know if he stayed on the boat. Jorn, you just know was there when you got back,
Right.
and you
You
didn't
should-
see him leave.
You should roll to help him, because you're right
I
behind
left.
him.
Yeah,
I left
I
going in a
noticed you
direction
left.
you do not know.
yeah. They left going in a random direction. They left going in a random direction.
So as far as I'm aware, either they got back.
Tobias is also on the boat too.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say
Also behind
Tobias,
you. Yeah.
Jorn suspect,
Yeah.
and did I see them when I came back?
Not when you came back, no.
Everyone who is currently on the
Because
boat
I
is
think
just
you're gonna probably
behind
take
you.
a little bit more than an hour.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So, like realistically. you
So
probably
I
would
have
take
2
a lot.
suspects now.
and I don't know what you're
It's
doing.
not me, right?
Okay, how about this? Don't write your 2 suspects down. Let's find out how long they take, and then we'll let you know if they're back when you get there.
I think
Okay,
it
yeah.
was.
I will just work that out.
Ariena.
I'm gonna go
And
commit
Tobias,
petty theft.
right? Tobias
Okay.
was
Okay.
Captain?
Where are you? Yes, Tobias.
Yeah, sorry.
Where are you going to commit petty theft?
Home.
Okay.
What?
You walk the familiar streets of Talagone, all the familiar religious iconography of everybody who just kind of was like, hey, I would like to still practice my religion even though you guys don't want me to, so they moved here. As you walk the streets heading back home, you head in the direction of the Temple of Eldmund, which your house was right next to. As you get home,
I'm not going in the front door. If there's a
I know
back
you're
door.
a
Okay.
couple blocks away, something doesn't seem right to you. The Temple of Eldmund is a very, very large building. You don't see it on the horizon.
Okay then.
As you get closer
I'm
and
just gonna
closer,
use enhance ability and just sneak closer.
oh yeah, absolutely. As you sneak closer and closer, as you eventually get to like the courtyard area before it, you just see rubble. The entire building has collapsed, not just downwards, but onto your grandparents' house and has taken it down as well.
Okay then.
Lol.
Can I try to figure out what the caused that?
Make a religion check.
How's this
You see.
I don't have proficiency in
Ah,
religion.
God, yes.
How?
It turns out
16.
16?
it turns out clerics make poor stonemasons.
Clerics make poor stone masons. I guess you could have done nature as well. Does that change the roll
Nope.
at all, or okay? As you look around, Talagone is a place with a lot of hallowed ground. A lot of clerics have moved here just to be like, this is where I'm going to set up my practice. So in order to keep the actual earth of the neutral territory stable, a lot of them are like a lot of the temple's grounds are rigorously blessed and enchanted in order to make sure the ground stays like secure. You see the ground underneath, like the gravitational shifts and arcane shifts that shift the ground of the neutral territories have kind of ripped the ground apart, and it's begun to slowly float. So you can assume that at some point the foundation cracked when a lot of these started to move, because for some reason those blessings and enchantments would have stopped working.
That's very concerning. Take a look around for anyone.
Anyone? So across the street from your now somewhat collapsed home, there was an old silver dragonborn woman who's kind of just been in and out of your life in general. She's just kind of always been around. Like not really a friend of your parents, but like somebody they just knew. Not your parents, but your grandparents. They just kind of knew by association. Her name is Humda, and she's sitting on her porch in a chair, shifting every now and again. And since she has claws, she's using the claws themselves, not needles, just to kind of knit something. She's just sitting there, and she's kind of staring, like kind of moving her head, like she's trying to figure out who you are, like she recognizes you, but at the same time, you could be somebody else. Like
At the same time, it's not like I'm home.
yeah.
You're rubble.
What happened here?
Do I know you?
Not really. I live over there, technically.
Oh yes. It's been a little strange while. When was the last time you were home?
3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago? Yeah, that would explain it. A lot's happened. Are you looking for your grandparents?
No, not particularly.
Okay. Probably the most thing you need to know then, if you're just looking for the innate cause, is I guess sometimes just magic leaves when it's not supposed to. Wasn't too long ago. It was maybe week, 10 days. You do a mental analysis around the same time you made your pact with the Saurus.
Oh no.
Your fault.
Definitely not my fault.
Definitely, yes.
All of a sudden, the earth started to shift. Enchantments were broken. Temple collapsed. Unfortunately, took your house with it.
Did it?
If you do see your grandparents, no, they got out fine. They were doing a mission run to Iberia, and they've come back since. They met up with the new priest of Eldman who came down from South North.
No, I'm not gonna hear about that.
If you don't want to hear about it, you don't have to. I was asked to give you this though, and you see she kind of like goes into her house for a bit, and she comes back, and there's a little package of just kind of a couple of clothes that you would have left in your room. They apparently were able to find this in the rubble. She hands it to you.
Is what I'm looking for there?
No.
Damn it.
They said there was something else. They couldn't move it though. Still should be over there.
Okay. We're in the wreckage. Do you know?
Unfortunately, my climbing days are over. I can't really get in there, dig around. I'm not sure quite where. It might take you a minute. I'm sorry. I would help you if I could, dearie.
I might go take a look for that then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you ever want to know anything else, I'm sitting right here. She just kind of keeps knitting.
I'm gonna go take a look around.
Yeah.
Not fall to my death.
I forgot you were a core thing.
The rubble isn't all floating, so it's
10.
not like you're gonna have to climb through stuff. It's just kind of all cascaded over, and you start at
It's still a giant pile of rubble.
yeah, it's still a giant pile of rocks and broken bits of house. So you're climbing over top, and you're kind of trying to retrace your steps, probably to the spot where about your room would have been, I'd assume, if that's what you're looking for. And give me a athletics check just to see how long this takes you, unless you have any spells that you might have used to help you.
Acrobatics?
No, you cannot use acrobatics.
I'll use guidance.
Okay.
I want my D4. My athletics is pathetic. 20?
20? Oh yeah, no. Doesn't take you very long. Like, it's still a lot of rubble, so it takes you like the better part of an hour, maybe hour and a half to keep on pacing through the rubble, until you finally get to a relative point where you see this black short sword covered in geometric patterns that has stuck into the ground.
I really hope I didn't cause this. I'll try and move it.
As you
See how all that goes.
grab onto the sword and you kind of first try and pull, it is entirely immovable. And it takes you a moment as your hand is sitting there on the blade. But then you begin to see all of the geometric patterns kind of glow and faintly pulse with like a blue mix of blue and yellow light. And then you hear just kind of a faint whisper, just be like, "Arcane signature recognized." And then you kind of just, it suddenly relinquishes and you feel like it was holding on to the earth and it suddenly lets go and you're able to pull it free.
Why you get a robo sword?
Robo sword or curse sword, which is it?
All of the above.
All
That's
of
my
the above.
guess.
It's just something that's kind of whispered in your ear. It's not really something that like comes from anywhere. The noise it makes.
Okay. Gonna take a look around, see if anything's there. Like,
Around
where
it,
it's
yeah.
sitting.
Make a specifically the localized area where it's sitting. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll make you make a check. The earth is definitely disturbed, and there's not really a lot of plant life that grows here. But you see, a lot of the rocks that it was like sticking into have kind of like the hue is changed. Most of the stone of the neutral territories has like a slight purple hint. The rocks that it was embedded in have changed to be like slightly green and yellow and a little more like vibrant blue, and some of them are slightly red. Like there's, and it gets fader and faded. None of them are particularly strong colors, but it gets more and more faded the further out from the sword it gets for like the first 5 feet around it. Like it's just something about it has like changed the essence of
the stone.
the stone. Yeah.
I'm gonna,
Not in like any physical sense, just in like the pigment.
like, I can carry it now. Like,
Yeah, you can carry the sword.
Yeah.
Like it's come free.
I'm gonna move like 20 feet over and just touch it to the stone and see what happens.
Touch it to the stone. Yeah, you touch it to the stone. Nothing
Okay.
happens.
Cool.
Guess I go back to the ship.
Okay. And you start heading back to the ship, probably arriving a little bit later than Felix. So Felix, you're on the ship, and then you hear footsteps, and you see Ariena board.
I curious, look up and see her, like look above deck and see Ariena come on.
Yeah. You see her come back now. Yeah.
And Fartug is, we haven't dealt with him yet.
No, Fartug has not been dealt with.
So we'll deal with him and then
Deal with
see
him.
what happens.
Just wait, Nora, for that sword. When you're
It's gonna
trying
kill
to
me.
unsheath it, you just go, unsheath. I'm sorry, Ariena. I cannot
I
do
have
that.
I have a suspected suspect and a major suspect. Because what was his name? Tobias and I have known each other for a while, and he's not a thief as far as I'm aware.
He's definitely not like an upstanding like guy. Like he's not going
It's
out of the
something he
goodness of
would
his heart.
do.
But like thieving would be out of nature for him.
yeah.
Typically, like when he's on his ship, he doesn't even really want to be below deck. Like you've known him for a long time. He doesn't sleep when he's at sea. He literally is just constantly awake, and he's kind of constantly enamored with everything around him.
Mhm.
Like if he is on a boat, he is happy and
That's
he
why
is
I
kind of
said
in his
that
element.
it's a possibility for him, but my suspicion at the current moment, now that Nora's come back, and I'm not sure where Fartug is at
Yeah.
the moment.
If
he
you
was
have
there,
the pool.
I have at least one person under suspect,
Mhm.
unless Fartug comes in before I.
We're about to find out.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
Fartug,
Okay.
you leave.
So I'm gonna kind of wander a little bit, looking around. But Fartug's goal is to find some sort of law,
Okay.
some sort of like, I don't know, maybe like a guard or
There are a handful of guards around town. A lot of them have armor that's been stamped with a wreath or like a circle of blue flame. Other ones have more bronze-ish armor that has a large tower kind of imprinted onto it as well. Most of them are carrying like spears or various weapons, shields. They just kind of are around. Like they're not. The presence is not heavy. You get
Right.
that. Probably not a town that needs a lot of policing. However,
Not yet.
not yet.
Now I'm here.
Look who's talking.
Like you could walk up to talk to any of them if you want.
yeah, sure. I'll just walk up to whatever one that doesn't look busy, I guess.
Okay, yeah. There's one just kind of like standing guard. He's like occasionally like probably like akin to whatever a lunch break would be, where like he's just eating an apple.
Oh.
He's got the blue wreath stamped chest plate, and you kind of walk up to him.
Excuse me, could you help me?
Yes. Yeah. Sure.
I
What
just have a little problem. There's somebody that I know that I'm not taking a liking to anymore.
Well, that's unfortunate. But what
They,
does the guard of Alderman need to intervene for?
do you know if it would be a crime to steal people's memories? Like, is that
On
legal?
accident.
Is that legal?
On
Can you
a,
make an intelligence check?
Oh god.
we call that mind.
Oh,
swatting.
don't be a one.
Oh, okay. It wasn't in the bucket. I'll
Okay,
give you
okay,
that.
okay.
That is
Oh
not
my
I
sixteen.
was on three.
That,
for a
was
moment.
on like 8 different things. Oh my god.
The roll.
You mean like with magic or
It doesn't really matter.
Unintentionally.
legally speaking, we're probably talking about destruction of property at the least, violent assault at the best. Like it's definitely a crime.
Not like you have.
Good to what? Fartug is considering
Did
dropping
someone
the name.
did somebody steal your memories?
Yes. Yes, they did, but
I don't remember it.
You see, his face is mostly blocked by a helmet, but you see there's like a faint blue light starting to emanate from like the eye gaps of the
oh
helmet.
my god.
Do you actually know that I stole your memory, or are you just piecing that together that you can't
I
remember?
think he's able.
Your
Yeah.
spirit shoved its ghost fingers in his brain, and then he had no memory.
So he's
anyone.
assuming it, but
Assuming, also
Circumstantial
known
evidence.
as
it could have just happened.
your spirit
Coincidence.
poked him, he lost memories, therefore the only logical explanation is I don't have 11.
Coincidence.
It's assuming as much if I were to walk up to you right now, punch you in the face, and said, I didn't do that.
We are getting akin to that, Brady. Like,
I got one. It happened once.
Sure.
Sure you
Wow.
did.
Oh my god.
Just like the first time.
Yeah, so it's this professor, right? I can't remember his name, but he's kind of tall, and if you see a person next to the color purple, it's probably him.
are you okay, son? Do you...
Please, I'm not insane.
No, I believe you. I trust you.
Can I roll insane?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, he's telling the truth.
I mean, like, I just rolled insight for him, and he could like see that you're definitely scared about something, even if you're not. Like, even without rolling, I can tell you that like this guy seems genuine, at least to like anybody. Like he is concerned at least for the harm that has been caused to you, even if you don't seem to really like. Even if he doesn't really believe what method it took, like something clearly is wrong with you.
I swear, I'm not the normal goblin. No,
I
it's just-
can tell you're not. You have such a lovely hat.
Oh, thank you. Man, check out my business. It's a temple.
Here we go again.
No, it's just I don't know. I've been adventuring with him for a while, and all of a sudden he just turned. He just.
Do you know where this man is?
Well, you see, he's on a boat.
As Felix
Has the boat left?
No, it's ported right now.
Oh God, I know where this is going.
We're gonna be fucking.
What's the name of the boat?
Oh fuck, I don't know.
Much like
The
the
sea
FBI.
The sea person.
Yeah, the sea
that was the
person.
name.
That was the name.
Holy shit, viewers.
It was improvised.
Yeah, so it's called the sea person. I just require maybe just a chat with him. It doesn't just tell him like, hey, maybe that wasn't right. You know, you don't have to do anything too much. You can see how like Fartug is saying that, but
Yeah.
his like face is not conveying what he's saying. It's more of like his character
Yeah.
needs to say that for his self assurance that
Okay.
he's not the one
Doing this. He kind of looks at you and he's just like. His eyes are like glowing vibrant blue now, just as like clarification.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go collect some people. And we're gonna see if we can help you.
Oh, all right, thank you so much.
Do you have a
Do you,
character
do
sheet?
you have a place to stay?
No.
Not yet, but
Not yet? Okay.
I don't know. Do you have a place I could stay?
For now, let's set you up in an inn. Give you a night there at the very least.
I need
Just
witness protection.
follow me.
The boat's leaving
Yeah.
at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
The guard kind of
Today.
leads you away and takes you to a small inn. It's like it's on the
Actions
outskirts.
have consequences, dude.
It's more on the outskirts of town where it's kind of just away from everything. And,
Okay.
It's more like the place you go where you don't want to be found, kind of. And he kind of takes you there. He gives you a room. He pays for it for you so that you
Oh
at least
my
have
God.
time to stay for.
I could just
the
be
rest of the
lying out of my ass. We should do this more.
you don't see him like pay the bartender who's there, but he like gives them a nod and he kind of is like, this is an arrangement that the guards kind of have on a regular basis when like somebody new comes to town and just kind of feels unsafe.
Damn.
Hey, at least you're being looked after.
Oh,
He kind of
God.
leads you to go up to your room by yourself. When you're going up the flights of stairs to your room, you pass by a door that's ajar, and you hear a couple of voices that are just like, no, it's never gonna work. It's too much material condensed into too little space. We need to go back to the drawing board.
The door's ajar.
I've heard this one before.
No, yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, Fartug will listen in a
Yeah.
bit more. Not like open the door, but just
Yeah.
kind of.
It is
Pause.
ajar. Do you want to like peek in what is going on?
Hopefully this is some kind of magic thing and not something else.
Sure. Or at least
Yeah.
he'll be walking slower.
Okay. So like as you hear them talking, you hear him go like, Digby, I told you 1,000 times.
Nate.
We gotta find a way to work. This is an idea that's made money before. We can have it make money again.
Money.
Oh no.
Oh.
A 10-foot replica.
If a random ass goblin in the middle of Vassenar can make 10 feet work, we can do
Oh.
15.
Let's burn this place down.
I
Let's
think
competition.
Marshall, roll initiative.
you just sent the entire police force somewhere else.
Oh
You're
God.
good.
Okay, so Fartug will just like not look in, but just knock on the door.
You see somebody comes up and kind of peeks and goes, "Oh shit!" And you see like a goblin poke his head out like at eye level, and then one pokes his head out above him, and another one above him. Like, there are 3 goblins in the room. They're
Oh
just kind of
my
looking at him, just
God.
like, "Can we help you?"
I couldn't help over here. I mean,
Shit!
maybe
I
that's-
told you we
maybe
should close the
that's
door.
just
The one guy like slaps the guy above his head,
Falls down.
and then the other guy's just like, "Ah, I was warm. I needed the breeze.
Oh my
The
god.
breeze from the interior of a tavern? He slaps him again.
Shit, you should get in on it.
Oh my god. I just you're talking about some sort of pole. It's caught my interest.
Do you have your 10-foot pole on you? Just like
Yeah.
staring at it?
No,
like,
you don't.
You don't.
You don't.
Oh.
You left it with the old woman so that she could
That's
use
right.
it as a
Do you need
walking
more dice?
stick, and you were
Do you
gonna
need more
modify
dice?
hers. No, I don't. That's a natural 20.
Holy shit.
Technically
You see
caught.
another goblin kind of pokes its like eye out from around the corner. It's the fourth one in the room, and you see he kind of walks up and he just kind of whispers in the one goblin's ear behind him. And he's just like, there's just kind of like stunned silence for a moment,
Oh god.
and they're just kind of looking at you dumb.
So yeah, what you guys doing?
Sir, we didn't know that we were ripping off your idea. You told us with 100% new technology. Take me! Burn the plan! He like goes to run,
Slow down.
and Digby kind of stops and looks back.
Listen. How about I'm just throwing this out here, but I'm looking for something to do. Maybe we could combine our ideas.
The goblins' jaws on the floor.
Oh.
Like, oh my god. The Fartug Heyman, inventor of the 10-foot pole, wants to work with us on our measly little outfit operation we're running out of a garage in some person's inn. Sir, nothing has ever made me happier than those words. And he's like actively
Oh my
crying.
God.
He is actively crying.
Come here.
He comes in and he embraces you, and then like the three other goblins are with you as well, and there's kind of like a
It's a 5-goblin hug.
yeah, it's a
gonna
5-goblin hug.
We're gonna make the freaking best pole you've ever seen. It doesn't have to be 10. We could push it to 11.
Oh
Just
my
saying,
god!
I'm just saying.
11!
No one's heard of this before.
No one will know the power we wield.
Okay.
Why do I feel like we're on a serious arc here, and then here comes Marshall with the "We are making an 11-foot hole." This is revolutionary.
Okay. So, are you gonna stay with them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So they're gonna sit there and they're just kind of like, okay, let's talk about material. And you kind of get into like the natural like business conversation that follows, like, what are the best materials we could use? What is like the aerodynamic design of a pole that needs to be swung through the air or thrusted thusly, and like how can you get to move the best? How's it gonna feel the best? What do you coat it with to make it comfortable for your hands? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? All the important things to a goblin when purchasing a product. You sit there for a while. The rest of you back on the ship.
6 p.m.
So it's about 6 p.m. And you're all sitting on the ship, minus Fartug, who's currently in an inn debating with a bunch of goblins about pole material. Ariena, sitting on the deck with Felix and Tobias, you see 5 of the Eldman guards of the town walk up to the dockmaster. And the dockmaster just kind of points out your ship to them.
Is there a specific place they'll board?
Yeah, so you're tied up to the dock right now, and there is a gangplank that's kind of going down from the top deck of the ship onto the actual dock.
And he's on the deck, right?
Felix. Yeah,
Yes.
Felix is on the deck, Tobias is on the deck. All
I
of
would
you
be-
minus Fartug are on the ship. The
Those two
guard
are in the basement.
Yeah, the other 2 are in the basement.
I am, for reference sake, I'd be like on the side of the ship on one of the rails, probably the far side from where we board.
Okay. Anybody doing anything?
I am running my boat.
You didn't notice.
Yeah.
Felix, there's some people coming for us.
What do you mean, people?
You see the guards are starting
police.
to make their way over towards the
Police and guards. Did something happen while I wasn't here?
Not to my knowledge. I went shopping, which was counterproductive. and we had a suspicious person pointing below deck.
One of the guards, the first of the guards, makes it to the bottom of the gangplank, and he kind of slams the spear he's holding on the ground twice. It goes bang, bang, and goes, "Who is the master of this ship?" And Tobias kind of just looks up, and he's just like, "I am. How can I help you?" And he looks up, and he's just like, "We have a report of dangerous people aboard." And he kind of looks down, he's just like, "Dangerous people? What? I don't know if I know any of those." He kind of looks at both of you to like, "What's going on?" Like,
We're downstairs.
oh god, and he's just like, "What can I help you with?" "We need to search your boat." And he kind of looks down, he's just like, "Well, it's not a boat. She's a ship." And then the guard's just like, "Oh my god," and he starts walking onto the sea person.
What are you looking for?
Kind of looks you in the eye, and he's just like, "We have reports of a dangerous individual."
You can describe him, we can help find him.
Him. How do you know?
How do you know it's a him?
Generalize. There is one person who's female on this ship.
And if it was me, you would have
Jorn,
arrested me.
I'm guessing
That's
Jorn
fair.
now hears the commotion and he's
You,
gonna.
you would have heard fainted yelling, and then you would have heard somebody, like a couple of footsteps, walk heavily on.
Hey, what do you think's going on up
Jorn
there?
is going to make his way up onto the deck,
Yeah.
hearing the commotions. What's going on here?
I guess I follow him.
He looks at you, and he's just like, looking for dangerous persons. Anybody
don't
familiar
follow.
with the color purple?
Everyone
Point
they're like
downstairs.
Point
that-
downstairs.
Hey, whoa! In that instant, can we have to sort of say Jordan is gonna say it? The professor, like.
Oh, no.
The professor, I'm pointing down the stairs.
Just look down, hands in my head. Like,
Hey,
what
Where
the
is this
fuck?
professor?
Sir, he is
Does the
underneath
ship?
the boat.
Does the ship? Can I hear them?
This was worth
If
it.
if you move
What?
closer to
What?
like the stairwell that goes
Okay, I'm
up,
kind of like investigating now that.
yeah,
Jordan's
like
gone
like
up, so-
now that Jorn's, you would probably be able to hear Jorn.
Does
Just
the
be like
ship
the
have like
professor.
a crow's nest?
Yeah, but you're under the deck right now.
But
They're
how high
on
is
the
the
deck.
crow's nest?
Crow's deck. The mast is probably. I don't know a lot about ships.
It would
It's
probably be.
probably like,
It's a ways out.
I was gonna say, like, it's probably about 100 feet, right? Like,
Along those lines,
How
and
big is
even
this
then,
ship?
it's to get up there. It isn't just a simple ladder.
yeah, like it's
ropes.
to get up to the crow's nest. It's ropes and rigging.
Yeah, but like,
It's a very tall mast though. Like, it's probably
I'm gonna break up fucking
50
mast.
feet tall. Let's say. It's also thick. Like, it's.
I know where. I was hoping it'd be under 30. But...
Oh yeah, Missy step. Yeah.
No, there's no way you're misty stepping
yeah,
up there.
Not that.
What if you
Not that.
jump 20 feet?
What if I missed you step twice?
The guard looking at you, Jorn, is just like, "Where is this individual?"
He's right down below deck.
Excuse us for a moment.
you're
You
stuck.
see, they all kind of push past.
Oh, he steps
No,
aside.
Can I teleport out of the boat? Like,
you
is
have
it-
to see it.
There's like
Window?
portholes and stuff like that
Okay.
where like the cannons could be placed. There aren't any on the boat, so you could like push one out and jump through the hole,
I think I.
or you could just teleport out if you could see if you wanted.
Can I jump up the hole?
Yeah.
Save me as possible.
You're gonna make a dexterity check
Oh.
against this guy's wisdom. So that way it's like perception versus
17.
your attempt to escape.
Why don't you use the dice tray?
Because I missed.
14.
14. Okay.
Slippery.
Do you have a modifier?
Nope.
For
Dexterity.
Nope.
Not for
Okay.
Dex.
I'm a old guy.
What is this? Come on, what is this wisdom?
as you you feel your feet pass through the porthole, you hear somebody behind you just go, "Hey, stop!" And then you suddenly get out, and you're now in the water, like out of the fort. You're in the water, and then you hear a commotion. You all standing back on deck. You see all the two of the guards stay below deck. You see the other four of them run back up, and they start running down the gangplank. What are you doing while this is happening? It's gonna take a couple rounds for them to get around.
Are we all rolling?
Go back in.
Yeah, I climbed back up.
No,
The exterior of a
Yeah,
boat is
it's
not
gonna
like,
go like
it's
this.
smooth. Like you
There's
can't
only
just
one-
climb it.
I
There's
hit
only, like,
myself
once in a
with my own
ladder
Eldritch
for, like,
Blast and launched myself.
yeah,
12
and
feet,
he's
10
on the
feet up.
opposite side.
Unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're screwed.
You know,
Oh my
you
God.
can't climb it. Like you could.
What if I
You're not
launch
me.
myself 10 feet?
How?
How?
How? No, no. You can't target yourself with Eldritch Blast to
That's
push
who.
yourself.
That's who.
Me. The DM says so.
Sure, take
Jorn-
double the.
The top of the ship, like from the water to the top of the ship, is probably within Misty Step range.
So
if you
are
just
they
wanna go
all
back.
off the ship now?
No.
You don't know. You jumped out a hole. All you hear is them yelling and running around to get you.
Stop.
Sinking cloud.
Jorn is going to walk up to the ledge,
Yeah.
and he's going to say, like, what way are you generally swimming along? Like, you're in the water, so...
You don't know he jumped out.
Well, I probably heard a splash
Well,
You
you
were-
and a commotion, a bunch of guards.
That
looking
is
for
true,
the edge.
right? Yeah, damn it. Yeah, you walk
you'd
over
probably
to the
just
edge.
be investigating over the edge to check out what's there. And
Yeah,
not
if you walk over to
checking
the
on
edge,
me.
you look over, like, yeah, you see the professor in the water.
He's going to... Jorn's going to be like, well, we could throw something down to him. Jordan's gonna grab some rope,
He got into
tie it
this
up to
mess.
something,
Just
and he's
leave
gonna
him
take
be.
out his short crossbow. And it's gonna take one of
Sure.
He's gonna take.
He got himself into this mess.
You're not
Leave
here
him
right
be.
now. I don't. Think.
No, I think
know
we
where
can
you-
make this so much better. It's better the guards catch him anyways. So Jordan's going to take one of the bolts, and he's gonna tie the rope to the end of it, like to the, and he's gonna aim downwards right at the professor.
Whoa.
You see Jorn aiming a crossbow at you.
I dive into the water.
Okay, the professor dives under the water.
I'm going to fire.
Okay.
Ranged
Like,
attack.
get
roll.
ahead.
It's
Make
like disadvantage.
Ranged attack with disadvantage.
Okay.
though, because he is now under the water.
So
Can we put the banjo music on?
disadvantage. so
Unfortunately,
1,
I
2,
could not find
3.
any royalty-free banjo music. Damn.
Has anyone got a banjo?
Anybody got a banjo?
6, 7,
Damn.
8. So 8 plus 8.
And with disadvantage.
That's a nat 1.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
That's 20.
Oh, sorry. Disadvantage sucks.
Oh.
You feel the crossbow.
Saved your life.
You fire the crossbow. The rope travels with it. The professor. You dive under the water, and you see the bolt trail through the water, like probably a foot or so from you.
Oh. Wow.
Jorn is.
You're now underwater. How long can you breathe? A minute.
Oh.
A minute?
Now you're holding your breath until you get up.
Yep. Where are you going? As much as
He's role playing. He's role playing.
I know, as much as I appreciate the dedication to the role playing, I do actually need to know what your character is doing.
Oh,
other side of the ship? That might take more than a minute, I'm not gonna lie.
That's okay. You can take a bit of.
Okay, you can either do athletics to try and go fast, or athletics or acrobatics to go fast, or you can do constitution to withstand.
Oh.
Okay, constitution. The 12. I mean, you're not gonna drown.
Why don't you roll it in the bloody dice bin?
Me? You're in the water.
Cocked.
Dog.
It's cocked. Cocked? That's not a nat one?
That's a 10.
Wow. So, now you have no idea what to do.
Yeah, no, I have no
While
idea.
this is happening, can Jorn also just quickly use the rope to heave the bolt back in?
Yeah.
Because I figured to
Don't
use it.
lose bolts, yeah. Actually, no, you got a nat 1, you don't get the bolt back.
I don't get the
You
bolt
don't
back.
get the bolt
Okay.
back.
You
gotta
pull
hit
it up,
the
you pull it
ball.
up.
You pull it up, a fish has bitten the rope in half.
Oh.
Jorn's gonna tie another
Sorry, not
bolt.
it's bitten the head off the bolt, so the bolt,
Yeah.
the bolt
It's
doesn't
useless.
matter.
So Jorn would just
Is he
then tie
lucky
it and put a
enough to
new
get the
bolt
fish?
on.
No. Big fish snaps the
Is
shaft of the
minor
bolt.
illusion strong enough to conjure Persian?
No, minor illusion is...
halfling, yeah.
I am now a halfling.
You
it
can't.
doesn't change
no,
you. There would
No,
be a
I mean
half.
conjure a halfling version of me.
It's a station.
Just
No,
the,
above the water.
just
yeah.
the top half.
Yeah, that's all you would need, actually.
But then they would
But
get to it, and then
the
they
illusion
realized that
the illusion can't produce sound.
Yeah, it
Wouldn't
can't
change your
move.
voice. It can't move.
It would just float.
Which means if you were talking, it would just be like, and then you would be saying words.
Which means it
like,
wouldn't be moving in the water. It'd just be like.
Yeah.
All the waves would just be going.
And also, if anything touches it, it's revealed. Like, if anybody touches it, it would be revealed to be an illusion. So if a wave hits it, it's gonna be like shimmering like a crappy hologram. Yeah. I appreciate the ingenuity.
What if I?
Maybe rework the plan to a little bit of something else.
What if?
Or could always just let it play out sometimes.
I'm always
No.
on the other side.
Why
So,
don't
Yeah,
you
so-
just like misty step?
You
I'm
get to the
staying
other
up.
side of the boat
Yeah.
as the guards get over there. Are you popping up and staying up, or are you trying to go right back down?
I pop up because I need air. but,
Yeah, and then you go right back down? Okay.
yeah.
Make a stealth check.
What are you wearing?
Can I make an opposing
Leather armor.
a
that's
check
good.
because I'm looking for him now?
Yeah, sure. You make an investigation as well.
Inspiration. Oh. It's something funny to get inspiration.
I rolled a 17.
Who doesn't like that he died?
4. I mean, it's better than that one. So.
Yeah.
Bruh.
You pop around the other side. You see the professor bob up and go back down.
I'm
Professor, when you bob up, you look up and you're like, oh shit, and there's a guard standing right
I
there.
forgot how to
He's-
swim.
He's gonna try and
For
grapple
gore.
you. He's gonna try and grapple you.
What?
With a rope.
Oh,
of
okay.
Some
His,
sort.
his arms are really long.
Unless he's ducking in the.
You see, like, some of them have spears. Other ones have, like, poles that have, like, a wrapped wire around it that you can, like, pull, like, for animal catching
those,
almost,
yeah.
that, like,
Just-
they can wrap around you and
Just
then
claim you're
tighten.
innocent. I'm innocent. That's
I'm
why
innocent,
I'm
that's
running
all
away.
I know.
Make a athletics
I'm innocent,
or
I'm
acrobatics
guilty.
check to oppose.
Which I am very guilty of.
Wow.
17.
That's 20 total.
Oh,
So yeah, you feel the rope come around you and then tighten, and you're like, "Oh crap!" And then you see this. Like the guard is very large. Like these are not typical city
Mr.
guards. Like these are empowered and embodied with like magic of some kind. And he heaves you out of the water.
Can I teleport into the bottom of the ship?
You don't have line of sight into the ship.
Is
What
there
if- is
holes in
there
the
a
side of the
hole?
ship?
There is a hole, but there's also a cover on it because it's meant to be a cannon to be placed in.
Show
So you
open
would
the
lift it up to push the cannon out.
Helping.
They're closed naturally unless something is obscuring it. You can teleport, you just can't see into the ship to teleport there.
Specifically, people I know.
Poo poo.
Are you doing anything?
just go further into the water.
Yeah, just TP down into the water.
You're gonna teleport? Yeah, so he pulls you
Yeah, I
up
teleport. I teleport to the other side of the ship now.
a little
You
too
could go
far to
under,
get over there.
Yeah.
under the
You could
ship.
do under the ship, but like not all the way over. So the guard heaves you out, slops you down, soaking wet you're on. You look up, you're gone. Explosion of purple goo.
Counter spell.
Explosion of purple sticky.
So it just goes, and then you see
No,
the guard get
I-
flat, and he's
I
just like,
exploded.
"Fuck, this is the guy." And like,
Oh.
Jorn, that can
he looks at you and he just kind of waves like a,
No,
like
I
a proper
died.
thank
I'm
you, of,
dead.
like you're not threatening.
is
Thank you very
Jorn.
much.
Can Jorn do an investigation check to see so like where
You're
he
good,
teleports
lad.
to?
You.
Or get an idea?
Because he's teleporting, I'm gonna give you disadvantage just because like you can't see where
Right.
he went, and then you're gonna be looking through the water, and there's a lot of water
Okay,
around. Like
disadvantage.
because he effectively could have gone anywhere.
I got you a spiky man. I give it the
So
okay.
it would be 10. So 1, not dirty 1.
Dirty one, okay. Make another stealth check
Under the ship.
for teleporting away.
Why?
You get disadvantage as well though too, because this guy is like you were in his grasp.
4.
4? Okay.
4 plus 0.
Yeah.
The guy comes up and he's just like, God damn it. You see, this guy begins to like take off of his armor to like get in after you. It's gonna take him like a hot minute though,
Yeah.
because like he's removing breastplate, so he's like undoing the seams.
I wonder,
Hold
I
on.
wonder if a dart
Like
would feel like
Jorn
underwater.
is going to see him like undoing it. Just wait. So do you know where he went?
He's under the ship.
All right, that's when Jordan's going to immediately go over and arc over for aiming the crossbow, and he's going to try to eye him down directly.
I was fine.
From
I-
on top of the ship,
Yeah, what?
unlikely.
Okay.
If you go down to the dock, maybe. But
Even
like
then, like the
it's
bolt
it's
would have to
hard line of
travel
sight.
through.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Like,
Can I go-
crossbows have an excessive amount of force. They could probably pierce him even through water, because it's not like he's armored.
Mhm.
But, like, it would be a hard shot, and he's gonna have, like, 3 rounds to move,
But-
because you're gonna have to get from the ship onto the dock.
But if you did it, it would be super.
That is true. If you did it, it would be very cool.
would be so
Cast
cool.
detect magic.
I'm going to just kind of lean.
Can I go over the edge?
There's
after
like
him?
netting and like.
How deep into the water do you go?
Boat deep? I don't know.
Like, you're underneath the boat. Are you right against the boat, or do you go deeper?
You should ride the boat.
Just hug the boat.
Just
You're
hold
like
Jorn,
Cape fearing this massive
push,
ship.
push
like-
the boat.
Or can I go?
Is he
after him?
within 30
Hold on.
feet?
Yeah, absolutely. You can jump.
As
in.
Is
something
he within 30
Jorn is doing.
You get like a faint detection of his magic.
since he.
Underneath the boat.
Directly?
Not directly under you, like it's
Help
off
me.
by a bit.
I'm freaking making
Jorn,
poles, man.
Knowing
Screw.
that he's under the boat and he's
You're
going to
gonna
need more
find you.
angle shot, he's actually going to
Yeah,
jump
mother.
up onto like the railing and grab onto some of the netting. And since it's a light crossbow, he's going to try to lean over and line up at an angle.
Don't shoot me, please.
It's still
God.
it's still not a great angle because he is like against the bottom of the boat, and because you're on it, it's not like the ship is shaped like a triangle, like it's
Right.
rounded out like
Right.
that. So like you would literally have to like magic bullet ricochet this arrow in order
Yeah.
to really hit him.
Roll a 20.
Come on.
I'm going to look down and I'm just going to try to get a good grasp of where he is, and I'm going to fire.
I want to try something before you do that, but I'm not sure if
You're
it'll
in the
work.
water.
I'm going after him.
Okay. You see, or are you trying to be stealthy?
Sure.
Okay, make a stealth check.
I have
make a
enhanced
perception
ability.
check.
19.
19.
Enhanced
Ah,
ability
never
for
mind.
dex, Very useful.
18.
It's
That's
it
a
specifically
19.
says you can see
Oh.
within range.
Ah,
Actually, yeah, you have
And then
Oh,
my
no,
light
I-
spell
no, I
only
have
misses a
+3.
touch, so
Oh,
no.
wow.
you have +3 to stealth.
Oh, no.
Oh, you
perception.
mean-
Oh right, perception. Yes, sorry.
wow.
Wait,
Uh,
was I rolling perception?
you were rolling stealth.
Okay, good.
You see Ariena hit the water and then start swimming after you.
Hi.
So Jorn's going to try to fire his
No.
shot disadvantage, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That's a 6. So if we can get lower than that, so 3 plus 8, so 11, which I imagine won't do it.
Yeah,
No,
magic.
But does it hit anybody else?
No.
Okay.
Jordan's gonna just immediately after quickly gonna heave the bolt back up and
Yeah, that one you can get back. Ariena, what are you doing as you go after? Professor, are you fleeing Ariena?
What's going on?
Arena's swimming after you.
How's
towards
it
you.
going?
You're underwater. You cannot talk.
I'm gonna grab him.
Arena
comprehend
grabs
language?
you. Are you trying to like drag
I know
them?
Yeah.
Okay. Arena's now trying to forcibly get you out of the water.
Wow, 8 strength versus what?
7?
Oh.
I resist.
Okay. Strength check to grapple. Strength check to resist.
Athletic?
Well,
Sure,
he
athletics.
could use.
Or you could use acrobatics
acro.
if you wanted to.
20.
That's
Unnatural.
Unnatural? Got it.
19
Okay,
plus
you
1.
still got a chance, Brady. Good luck.
Wait, hold. How?
Proficiency.
You got the professor
Oh,
in like a
you put
chokehold, and
athletics or
Arena
whatever.
is now dragging you out of the water.
Mrs. Stone?
I could.
It's verbal components. You're underwater.
Oh,
Oh.
dang.
I could have just cast that.
Sick.
The minute I get
But
to the
we're
surface, I'm
bringing
covering
it
his
up.
mouth, so you can't cast.
Well, illuminate
Okay,
him,
got
and
it.
then you could have shot him. a
They're
lot
all
clearer.
verbal.
And if it's possible,
It's
make
all
sure he
just
can't
plus.
move either.
Okay.
It's verbal.
Got
I don't think
the
that's
bolt,
possible.
the crossbow.
Not while you're grappling him, you're covering his mouth, you're kicking with your legs. Like it's gonna be hard. You're doing a lot. Like, we're gonna have a contested check again to see if he can. So you guys breach the surface of the water. Arena has you wrapped. She's gonna try and cover your mouth so you can't cast a spell. Give me
Do you have any somatic only spells?
I have minor illusion.
Warlock is charisma, right?
Yeah.
Give me a charisma check to see how fast you can get this out.
Blah, blah, blah.
And then you
15.
15 oppose with dexterity.
Acrobat?
Dexterity.
Oh, wait, dexterity. 15.
15, you got 15?
Why did you roll a second dice?
Enhance ability.
Yep.
Oh,
Advantage on dex check.
15, yeah.
Harder.
Each of you roll a wait, what's your 16? What's your dexterity?
16.
16. Both of you roll a d6.
Oh.
5.
Uh,
Arena's got you.
May the fours.
Yeah.
Can I cast that on him?
Do you even see me?
I don't need to. With this one, I don't even need to. I just need to know your general location,
This is
Oh,
fine.
mine's fine.
which is detect magic. I already did.
I don't want to hurt anybody here. I don't like.
Make an attack with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Yeah.
Is any weird?
Oh.
phantasmal
It's a ranged
force
spell
trying to do
attack, right?
anything
Yeah.
Right now, Carter.
What?
Any weird funky spirit magic?
I'll do another check for you.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Oh, that was okay. That was a 4.
Not
So
yet.
4.
Not my fault if you lose a year of your memory here, by the way.
Oh,
Not my
God.
fault.
What's your AC?
Because it's proficiency
11.
plus your modifier, right?
Can I
Ooh,
impose
guiding
disadvantage on that with
Roll damage.
What?
Are you doing non-lethal?
Once per rest.
Oh,
I can
hell
give
no,
an
this is-
attack on
this
me
is 46
disadvantage,
radiant
if it
damage.
misses, I gain advantage.
He already had
And the
disadvantage.
next attack has advantage.
Father?
Jordan,
Um,
this is your
again?
time.
Next attack roll made against the target has a before the end of the next turn has advantage, and you will glow with a dim light until. Okay.
I'm just gonna shout to the guards. I have him here.
As you see that, you see the
Stop.
guard who's like got his armor half off. He's just like, God. He picks up his horsehide like thing, not his animal catcher thing. And he starts running over.
Total of
towards
10.
you. Total of 10. You take 10 radiant damage.
This is why I don't have armor.
So they're on the water now, and now
Yeah. So that was
he's
that
glowing
was a
light.
spell slot.
Can I make a good to aim for another shot?
Yeah, you can.
So I'm gonna make it.
Disadvantage still though.
They're above the water though, aren't they?
Yes, but Ariena is grabbing him over the
Ah.
mouth. Don't miss.
What's your health?
Because of the way my spell
Okay,
worked,
I can take a shot.
I target a
You have
Hmm.
sorry,
flash of light streaks
regular
towards a creature
because
of
you're
my
making an
choice.
attacks because you give him advantage on the attack.
Yeah.
So you have.
So yeah, the next attack would be
Sorry, what were you asking?
advantage, but with a disadvantage.
yeah.
You
Counter
just tried to ask me.
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, if you hit disadvantage or not.
No, he does have advantage, but it's gonna be a flat roll because guiding bolt gives advantage.
What if I give it disadvantage?
How?
It
Two
doesn't
disadvantages.
stack.
It's what
Jorn's is so
Like
we're
they
aiming at
cancel
the
each other out, but then it doesn't go any further.
That will be
a
a 19.
Yeah. So you're gonna
19.
take, what is it?
He's got
You're gonna a D8.
dead.
D8
piercing.
plus Dex. Okay, go for it.
That's a D10.
Hold
Hold on, I have a D8.
I'm sorry, I was honestly.
Heard
going
that.
over
Just
your
for now.
plot arc.
Help me out.
This is why I put
They
them
weren't
out.
gonna kill you, but the hell.
That
will.
Yeah.
6, so that's 9 piercing damage.
Yeah. No.
And he has a crossbow, a revolt bolt with a rope attached to it, stuck in him.
You won't die so long as I'm alive. Don't worry about that.
Or as long as I'm
Jordan-
alive, I'm just trying to stop him from
what would
leaving.
be reflex?
This is.
Dex.
Is this a
Make another
19
dexterity
dex?
check.
That is 17 dexterity.
There's an arm in my way. 9. Ooh, 20.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're able to hold on to him.
So
Still covering
Jorn's
right
gonna
now?
try to
Oh yeah.
call the
Sorry,
guards.
That's what I was trying to
Use
get for
your
you. I was
tongue.
trying to
Oh
get
yeah,
you
by the way.
scared.
So Jorn, now holding onto
I
the
don't want
rope,
it.
is going to try to wave the
Can I
guards over the
lick
barkeep.
Ariena's
It does
hand?
damage. I don't want it.
The professor licks your hand aggressively.
I'm so tempted to trap.
You're in the water, so I guess like that's kind of negating it a bit.
Well,
I'll just drag him to the shore.
Yeah. So Jorn, you're like pulling with the rope in the bolt stuck inside of him. Ariena, you've got him grappled, trying to drag him while swimming. The guards now have like the animal catchers like around him and are dragging him onto shore.
Wait.
let him
Where is
breathe.
it?
Let him breathe.
I have something that I think I used on you. Do I still have that?
Yeah.
He's got a bolt in him.
What is everyone's
I'll
max
cast
HP,
Cure
by the
Wounds
way?
on him.
Do I still have a piece of
33.
No.
What piece of cloth?
I thought I had a piece
Should
of cloth that I
counterspell the next
tried
spell
to shove
cast
into
by
his
Ariena.
mouth to shut him up.
Yeah, I
thing
guess
you're not
you
here.
have a
What's
piece
your
of
HP?
cloth.
37.
Carter, I'll cast Cure Wounds on the professor.
Yeah, you're weirdly the tankier
Okay.
the fighter.
Roll
Like,
for cure
It's
wounds.
just fucking.
4 plus. What is it? I can do basic math.
Do you
10.
need your hands to cast
Professor,
Cure Wounds?
Ariena gives you 10 hit
Awesome.
points.
Check it. Just check it. Do you
Um,
actually?
I think so.
Oh!
Professor,
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god, wait, her hands are free because she needs
need-
her hands to cast her wounds, yes?
they
well,
need
she's
to
touching.
touch him.
Oh, okay, then.
Okay.
So
Does it have a
Yeah,
schematic
yes.
component?
Yeah, it does.
You will have a moment to teleport, but then you won't get the hit points.
And it's worth it.
I'll take that points.
Okay.
um,
Yes.
I'm gonna head over to the scene at the moment.
Professor, in the back of their head, you're just kind of like, you hear a faint whisper, just, do you need help?
Oh, oh! If you do this, you're going to jail.
Not right now.
Not right now.
I'm
Not yet.
Are you sure?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Carter, as a note, if I see that spirit, I'm dropping him running.
You don't see anything yet.
It'll be too late.
I mean, I could instantly kill someone on the party right now, but I don't want to. So.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
Is that what your
feel
character
40
is
balls to someone.
I'm pretty sure that is a matter of chance, though.
Yeah.
It is a matter of chance.
You could
That's not-
you could screw it up entirely, and
You can roll 4
then I
ones.
shotgun
I
you.
could roll for one.
You could roll 4
4,
1.
4, 6.
Or they could make saves.
That's
They
not
have all dragged you out of the water, and you're now on the ground, just.
Oh, I'm
could've-
breathing, am I?
Yeah, you could have teleported if you wanted, though, because they were cast. Oh, but you would have got the hit points, and you wanted the hit points. The guards walk up to you and like start flipping you on the ground, and they're getting you in
am I free
chains.
now, like mouth-wise?
Yeah, mouthwise, you're free. Teleport 30 feet where?
Towards the shop area.
Towards the market. Yeah, you just blink down, and they're just like, "Oh, come on!" And they look after you. And
Oh
they're
yeah,
just
no.
What? Everybody's
Hold
covered in
on.
goo.
What happens if the crossbow bolt's still in him?
He
It
teleports.
stays- It
Ah.
stays
It's
there.
gone.
It is
Yeah, so you just your crossbow bolt just kind of blink like is all of a sudden when he blinks out, there's a bloody crossbow bolt, it just falls limp onto the ground.
Well, I have a bloody crossbow bolt there.
Yes.
Keep.
I'll
You're
face them.
welcome.
Professor, you're 30 feet down the
Do they,
ramp.
do
and
they,
you're-
speed?
like,
40.
do they know which way I'm going, like, immediately?
Yeah, they can see you. You're only 30 feet away.
But, like, they would have to, like, look around. Like,
But you'll always teleport in visual
okay,
range.
Let's.
I'm also glowing, aren't I?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
glowing.
you're still
Not
How long does that
to
last?
mention,
Not
not to mention,
hold up.
there is 1, 2, 3. There's 9 of them and 1 of you.
You could do it.
Duration 1 round. So actually, you wouldn't be
Oh.
glowing anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's...
Yeah, sorry, you're not glowing.
So do they
anymore.
immediately know my direction?
Check. Oh.
No.
Can I do an investigation check?
You guys can do investigation checks.
Or would it be a perception? check at
Perception.
this
Sorry.
round?
Yes.
Oh my
perception.
god.
Perception 12.
12.
She's real stealth, maybe?
Yeah, roll stealth.
Where else?
We're just not gonna know where he
Perception
is.
plus 3.
Unless you roll to nat 1.
Not 20.
Over there. Wait.
If
Wait.
he rolls a 20, he beats him.
11.
11. Sorry. Jorn,
If a
you're
nat 20, can I instantly just bolt and fire?
Whoa, 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 come on, give me a chance!
You know where he
You
is.
have to load the bolt.
It takes an action to load it.
It takes an action to reload, so
Okay.
I'll say you're ready to fire after he moves. Like you're gonna get to fire before he's out of range.
Am I in the
Okay.
shop area now or no?
The shop area is a little further down. Yeah, so you start sprinting, Jorn, you can fire.
How much you moving speed?
40.
Jorn, you can fire.
Motherfucker!
I'm going to.
Arena will catch you.
I'm going to
Do
fire
you,
a
do you say
crossbow.
anything, or are you just firing?
I'm just instantly not wasting any time
Yeah,
firing.
instinct firing. Everybody looks as you fire, and it's like, oh, there he is.
Wait, what if I got in his head with
Yeah,
Like, so
you hit.
13 plus 8,
Do you want to
Over
invoke
20.
disadvantage on this one?
it'll be
Yes.
21.
You have disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
What gives you that
Roll-
ability? Is that an Eldritch Invocation?
No, it's
It's Warlock 6.
Cool.
What does it do?
You get disadvantage on
You
the
get
attack roll.
disadvantage if you miss. I get advantage on you on my next attack.
Yeah,
Okay, so what actually triggers or causes that?
it's
Like,
when somebody makes an attack roll against you.
it's always with disadvantage?
No, so
It's
once
his
once per
reaction.
long
Once
rest, you
per
can use
long-
Oh,
one,
once per-
reaction.
once per long rest, you can
no,
use the.
once per res.
Oh,
Okay.
once per short rest.
Yes.
Didn't you
Ooh.
just use it though?
No,
I didn't. I
because he
it already
couldn't
had
because
disadvantage.
it already had disadvantage plus
There's no
advantage,
point.
and they
Oh,
don't
okay.
stack, so it would just cancel everything out.
You wanted to.
No.
You did.
It'd
Better.
still be a hit. It's it was before it was a 13, so it's 21. Otherwise, it would have been.
Sorry. Roll
I
damage.
get in his head with magic or something.
What kind of magic?
Well, I can speak to him telepathically.
You have also cast 2 spells already because you've done 2 misty steps.
Telepathically say
Yeah, I
hello.
have,
teleported
I have an
twice.
ability that lets me speak to someone telepathically.
Oh yeah,
That's
but I
a
meant
CP.
like how many spell slots? do
Oh,
you
I have none.
Okay,
This is
you're out of
nice.
spell slots.
I still have 4.
I still have like 7.
So that will be 6 piercing damage.
Yeah,
And
6
there's a
piercing
crossbow
damage.
bolt in you.
Ow.
It's the same one as
You're
before.
welcome to the
and-
healing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh,
That would've-
Jorn, I'm assuming you're gonna try.
I'm instantly going to start tugging backwards.
Okay,
Does it
I'm gonna
pull
give you
out?
options. You can try and make a strength check, to pull the opposing strength check against Jorn to try and pull the rope out of his hands and keep going. You can make a Constitution check to see whether you can just rip this thing out and
That would
keep
probably
running.
kill me.
Or I'm not gonna make you make a check, but you're gonna take an indeterminate amount of damage from this thing coming out of you.
No check.
Ouchie.
No check. No check.
Like
How much life do you have right now?
I
With an
did.
Eldritch Blast and send it.
How much left do you
That
have
would
right
probably
now?
hurt more.
Are you hitting the rope, Jorn, or the arrow?
The rope. I don't know. I should
The
probably
rope?
just take it out with con. I got this.
Con check? Okay.
I don't got this.
Make a strength check.
Strength check can make athletics since I'm basically heaving a line.
That's all.
Then it's a con save for him.
That makes no difference for him.
Sure.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay. Athletics.
14.
You try and pull. Jorn's got you. Ariena's pretty much on top of you because I'm assuming you dashed.
Yeah, I'm probably like right at the beach area of where they.
Yeah.
You're
The guards are
just having
coming.
a beach
It's
day.
the only one who is actually close to you yet.
How far away is he?
I'll pay you.
About 60 feet.
Meaningless.
Oh, okay.
Unless you ran up and then you're about 30.
I'm still with where Jorn would be.
Then you're 60
Why
feet.
are these
Yeah.
cards after you exactly?
I still have like
Then
all my
why
spells
are
I
you
can do on you.
fleeing?
There's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons it could be.
Do I want to waste another spell slot?
I don't have any more spell slots.
No,
talking about him, not
Myself,
you.
I have 4.
You have 4.
Because
Anything
pack
else?
magic doesn't count against spell casting.
Yeah,
So I have
He-
the
he's
spell
Paladin.
casting with Paladin and then the
Oh.
pack magic with
but they're all first
Warlock.
level spells.
Yeah.
But I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 first level spells.
Professor, is there anything else you would like to do?
And 2 second level spells I can cost.
I'm going
at
to
will,
still give you
but
the
only
option to
once
try
per
and...
long
I'm
rest.
still going to give you the option to take the damage and auto-succeed that check.
Just
I will do that.
Okay.
you're already down so much. What could a little
Can I
more
borrow a
do?
d10?
Ooh, I could do 12.
It can't kill me.
No, here's the 12.
Yes, I can.
Oh, it can't kill me. That's 2 of them.
I can. That's a 5 over here.
I'm re-rolling this one because it wasn't in the tray.
No, fuck you.
Oh.
And
You take 11.
That kills me.
That's
Oh,
so
wait, hold on. No, you're unconscious.
I'll stabilize him.
Yeah, so you're stabilized.
Thank you, Amron.
As Jorn tugs
You're
at
not awake.
as Jorn tugs at the rope and you rip off, the arrow has like a weird placement in your body where it's like partially connected to a bit of lung, and as you rip it out, you just go and you feel everything like slightly cut off
You
as this lung.
I'm not
nicks
casting a
it.
healing spell.
No, you cast like spare the dying, right?
Ah, I
Medicine
hate
check.
this.
Okay, make a medicine
This is
check.
so
Why would I
fucking
have
dumb.
spare the die?
You were at 0 hit points.
13.
13? Yeah, you're fine.
I run.
You're not
You're
awake.
you're not awake. You're at 0 hit points and you're unconscious.
Keep going.
I thought I res 13.
No.
No.
That was
She
to see if-
succeeded in her
They did a
medicine check.
medicine check to stabilize you so you wouldn't have to make death saves.
His
You're
legs are still
alive.
going. His body.
You're just not awake.
And I think with that,
Poison spray. You die.
You're unconscious.
You die.
I think with that, that concludes the re-debut episode of Karminian Chaos Season 2.
Whoa!
Fabulous.
But I'm not
Absolutely
dead.
fabulous.
He is not dead.
Nobody died.
Let's
go.
Events will determine how things go for him later. Thank you very much for joining and staying tuned in with us. We love you all very much. Marshall, do you have anything you want to tell these beautiful people?
I would just like to say, firstly, secondly, I would like you to check out Phoenix Games and Hobbies, 501 Krug Street, Kitchener, Ontario, where you can pick up the coolest accessories like dice, figs, maybe even a little magic cards. These aren't magic cards. I
I
lied
have
to
magic
you.
cards.
Le books.
Technically, they're
Book?
magic cards.
Not hat.
As well as custom goblin and sapperling tokens.
It's
Yes,
sapperling right
that
now.
if you mention at any purchase, you can get at least one of.
Yes, made by
Made
yours truly.
by our
Um,
fabulous DM here.
Thank you. I am fabulous. Any other housekeeping we have for the people?
Thanks for watching.
Have a good night.